What is going on, all you Pokemon collecting maniacs out there? This is Ryan, the PikiPikaPapa, and you all know how excited I get at the beginning of every single month, and that is because we have some crazy hobby level, macro level data videos that we produce and we all get to talk about. So on Wednesday, we're going to be looking at the grading report video, right? That's when we look at the big four grading companies and see everything that they did in the month of June. Then we also have the top 10 singles video that's going to be coming out soon, where we look at the top 10 cards that exchanged hands the most on TCG Player. Again, really cool hobby level, macro level data. And as always, we start every single month off with the July targets. Now, I'm talking about packs and booster boxes and ETBs and all kinds of cool other products that we have been talking about in previous videos that we think are awesome opportunities to maybe pull the trigger on in the month of July. Now, you all know, hey, I love Pokemon. If you can't tell that, you haven't been watching this channel very much. I love the collecting side of things. I love the hobby, but I also work really hard for my money, just like you do. So whenever I do a video like this, I don't only tell you what I think are great buys, I also explain the why, right? We're gonna get into a lot of data stuff, and we're gonna talk about why there might be some awesome buying opportunities in the month of July for some of these products. We're also gonna talk about one of Warren Buffett's favorite sayings, right? That's be greedy when others are fearful and fearful when others are greedy. There's a lot of swirl going on in the market right now in a couple products, and we're going to get into that right now. Now, before we get into that, if that kind of stuff excites you, listen, we're building an amazing community. Hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you join. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. Question or comments, drop them down below. I respond to all of them personally. Without further ado, let's get into this video. So, starting off with a deep data dive that we did recently on booster packs. So we looked at booster packs in the Sun and Moon space. We looked at them over the last 18 months. First, the booster boxes. I won't get into too much detail. If you want the further details, go ahead and watch that video. But I'm going to tell you right now, Cosmic Eclipse booster packs, the loose booster packs, are extremely undervalued compared to their peers and compared to the booster box prices. We looked at this time and time and time again. We saw this ratio where maybe the booster box price would go up, the booster pack would lag, but it would eventually make its way up. We are seeing that right now with Cosmic Eclipse. Cosmic Eclipse is an absolute lights out, epic, awesome set, and the booster packs in relation to booster box prices are way, way undervalued. Now listen, I know packs can be weighed, so again, this might be something you just collect. This might be something where you're going to wait until the pack prices catch up to the booster box prices and you want to sell further down the road. Personally, it doesn't matter what you want to do with them. What you need to understand is this ratio time and time and time again. We looked at booster packs versus booster box prices over the last 18 months in all 12 Sun and Moon sets. Time and time again, we always saw the booster pack catch up to the booster box. We've never seen a ratio as low as 1.77 that we're seeing in the Cosmic Eclipse booster packs right now. So I am telling you, this is just about as safe as a bet as you can get. There's no such thing as a safe bet. Anything can happen to upend the apple cart. Cosmic Eclipse booster pack certainly can be the one that bucks the trend and it never catches up to the booster boxes. But I'm going to tell you this, the strength of the set, the momentum that Sun and Moon has, I think this is an absolute epic buy, and I am all over Cosmic Eclipse booster packs right now. Now, the next thing that I'm talking about is full art trainers. Now look, these are 3 of the full art trainers that we have highlighted over the last couple months. Look at the price appreciation that we were seeing there. The Phoebe started off at $12 when we first mentioned it. Now it's up to $23. Skyla was at $9.50. Now it's up to $21. Misty's Determination was at $12.50 again. Now it's up to $21. Now listen, this is not intended to highlight PikiPikaPapa's Pokemon picking prowess. I don't think I could say that again if I had to. This is just to highlight that this is a hot market, right? You could have picked any number of cards that would have fallen into line here as well. So what we need to do is we need to understand that this is an actual trend. This isn't going anywhere anytime soon. That's what I've been saying in all these videos. I have a bunch of what I consider value full art trainers that I'm going to be going after this month. We've highlighted them in previous videos, but look at these cards. There's some commonalities here, right? Like, they pass the eye test. We talk about it all the time. The sets are pretty exciting, right? Like, I think that there is all kinds of opportunity here in this space because we've seen the way that these full art trainers have performed in Sun and Moon. The full art trainers have absolutely popped off. Now, that's not saying that Sword and Shield is going to do exactly what Sun and Moon did. The past doesn't always repeat itself, but a lot of times it rhymes. So I certainly feel good. I think the downside is minimal. We always talk about protecting the downside when we're buying cards, when we're investing in cards, right? And I think that if you find some value, Full art trainers, I think that the sky's the limit for a lot of them. I think there's nothing but upside. I think there are some very, very safe plays here in the full art trainer space. So again, I'm buying a ton of these. Like, my mailbox is full every single day. I'm buying a whole bunch of them because, again, I'm peanut butter spreading my money across a bunch of different ones. Some will pop off, some might say the same, maybe even a couple will go down, but I feel really, really good with where I am spending my money in this space right now. All right. I have beat this horse into the ground, but I have to do it because it's what I'm doing, and I always am very transparent and honest with you guys. I have talked about Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs, especially from Crown Zenith forward, forever. Like, these are... I am so bullish on these, especially the ones with the stamped promos in it. Like, I have said, I cut my teeth in the sports card space. I did that for 20 years before I finally rotated over to Pokemon a couple years ago. And in the sports card space, there's always a retail product and a hobby product, right? Your retail product, you find at Target and Walmart, et cetera, et cetera. Your hobby product, you find at local card shops. Like, it's a little more exclusive. It has better pull rates. In my mind, these new Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs are the Pokemon hobby exclusive versions that you see in the sports card space. I think they're going to be harder to find. I mean, look at these. These are all sold out, right? I mean, it's absolutely crazy. Like, I get Scarlet is still in stock for Scarlet and Violet, but Violet is sold out. All of these, as soon as they launch, are getting sold out. So I think there's some really safe plays. And again, we did a rate of return analysis here not long ago where we looked at Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs versus regular ETBs and booster boxes. We even took ETBs and booster boxes. We took 20% off their MSRP in order to do this because we said, hey, listen, nobody buys regular Elite Trainer boxes and booster boxes at MSRP. So we gave them a 20% haircut when we went through this function. Again, lots of details in that video. I'm not going to get into it now. But Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs, even for these older sets, right? Even for the ones without the stamped promos, even for the ones that aren't quite as exclusive to these newer ones, their rate of return is almost all above, right? Chilling Reign is lagging a little behind, but outside of that, all of them are higher than ETBs, and almost all of them are higher than the booster boxes. So I think these are an incredible opportunity. I check Pokemon Center multiple times every single day. Just in case any of these flip over to in stock, I will be buying them. I'll really be buying them as much as I can. Between you and me, I don't think I'm ever going to buy a regular Elite Trainer box again. I'm going to spend all of my money on the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer boxes, unless I want to buy something fun to rip for the kids and I can get it at a great discount. But for my buy and hold, for my sealed, for my Poke Closet, the only thing that's going to be in there from this point forward are these Pokemon exclusive ETBs, simply because the math tells me that if you want a higher rate of return, this is the way to do it. So anyways, super bullish on these, super excited about these. Crown Zenith, I know that that's not the one with the stamped promo card in it, but listen, it has been sold out for quite a while. I've got 8 of these in the Poke Closet, and I am really, really happy to hold on to these and see where they go. Now, they might get restocked, who knows? But anyways, I think these are great opportunities moving forward. And of course, Scarlet and Violet 151. Listen, if you missed the boat on the first one, it will restock again. I do want to say this before I get to the next slide. I don't want anybody to FOMO over this. We don't know how often these are going to be restocked. We don't know what this is going to look like moving forward. I think this exclusivity is brand new to the Scarlet and Violet era, and I don't want anyone freaking out over Pokemon 151 Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs. Like, I look at the sold ones on eBay, people are buying these for like $180 already, which is just crazy. Be patient, it'll restock, I promise you. So, next thing, remember what I said in the beginning? Be greedy when others are fearful, fearful when others are greedy. There is a lot of conversation going on out there on a lot of channels about Brilliant Stars and Lost Origins and these restocks and what it's doing to prices, yada, 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 yada. Listen, you hear me use the word restock and not reprint, and that's because this Brilliant Stars and Lost Origin, in my mind, is simply a restock. They're taking the allocation that they had at the Pokemon Center, because neither of these were ever sold out at the Pokemon Center in the booster boxes, right? They're simply taking some of their excess stock that they had at the Pokemon Center, and they're going ahead and they're redistributing this out to local card shops because it's probably not selling at the velocity they thought on the Pokemon Center, and they need to turn and burn the product, right? Like, anytime you have a product sitting on a shelf, it costs you money. You have to store it. It's also not generating money. You need money to make money. So my guess is the Pokemon Company is simply saying, hey, listen, there's a big demand for this. We want to get this awesome product in as many awesome collectors' hands as we possibly can. So they're redistributing this out and they're letting people buy it. Now, what I am going to say is I don't think this is going to derail Brilliant Stars or Lost Origin. I think Brilliant Stars and Lost Origin are going to do what they were always destined to do. Again, I don't think they're reprinting. I think they're simply redistributing. I think these are great sets. I think these sets are going to do really well in the long run. So I'm keeping an eye on the booster box price. Right now, they seem to be holding right at MSRP. But if for whatever reason something crazy happens and they start to crater down below MSRP, which again, I don't think will happen, but if for whatever reason it does, I will be all over that. I'm also keeping an eye on the 2 big chase cards, the Giratina and that Charizard V. The Charizard has been going down and to the right for a while. We did a video on both these cards and the impact of reprints or restocks here not long ago. The Giratina, again, that's a card that I've said I just don't feel super comfortable spending $300 on that card right now, but I guarantee you if this one starts to come down a ton in value, I think it could be a buying opportunity because, again, I just think there's a lot of swirl, there's a lot of talk, there's a lot of conversations about what this means for these two sets. There's even conversations, right, about Evolving Skies Elite Trainer boxes getting restocked, right? I don't know about you, but I've been picking them up at my local Walmart on and off for the last 3 months, so it's not exactly like they've been hard to find for me at retail, so I know that I'm probably lucky and my Walmart has it, but all I'm saying is this, don't freak out over these restocks, okay? In the grand scheme of things, Sword and Shield still has a lot of life to it, right? I know that we're into Scarlet and Violet, but we know that the end tail Sword and Shield sets are going to still be restocked or redistributed for quite an amount of time, so don't freak out. But I will say this, I'm super bullish on this Charizard V alt art because if Brilliant Stars ends up being the number 2, number 3, number 4 set in all of Sword and Shield, and I think all of us feel pretty confident that it'll end up in the top 3, top 4, then this card at $130-something right now is going to end up being a steal in the long run. Now, not pulling the trigger yet. I'm still going to keep an eye on it, see where it ends up. But I am keeping an eye on these sets in particular because, again, if everybody starts to freak out, be greedy when others are fearful, be fearful when others are greedy, and keep a close eye on this as it bakes out. All right. Last one right here. We did a video not long ago on some really cool sealed products under $50. And for me, these are the two biggest takeaways, and these are things that I'm going to add to the Poke Closet this month. Now, I will say this, I already have some of the ARCEUS V in my closet. I've been collecting these for a while. This has been on my list probably for about the last 4 months. But what I really like about the ARCEUS V product right now is it's starting to flatten out. And I think that because it has 2 Brilliant Stars packs in it, it might lose a little bit of momentum or at least stay flat. But again, 2 Brilliant Stars, we just talked about how we think Brilliant Stars is going to be an epic set. A Chilling Reign. Chilling Reign's nothing to shake a fist at, and it's got a freaking Cosmic Eclipse pack in there, right? We all, at least I feel, and the math feels, that Cosmic Eclipse booster packs are way undervalued. So if Cosmic Eclipse ends up catching up to the booster box price, then the booster pack prices are going to go up. Once this Brilliant Stars restock ends up shaking out, once Brilliant Stars ends up being MIA, I think Brilliant Stars booster packs are going to go up. Chilling Reign is really solid. I absolutely love this box. I think getting it sub $40 is an awesome, awesome buy. Still, even though we've been talking about it, it's been flat really since the beginning of the year. So again, I think it's an awesome opportunity. This is a time for me to go ahead and add a couple more to the old collection. And then we talked about this Celebrations Collector's Chest. Again, look at that, upward in the right trajectory. And then it just fell off a cliff, right? It was restocked, it came back into the market a little bit and we saw it drop off an absolute cliff. But guess what? It started to come back. It's dropping a little bit. It's got 6 Celebrations packs in there. It has 2 other booster packs. I think it's Battle Styles and Darkness Ablaze, which, listen, none of us are super excited about those, but they still have value to them. When you add up the pack value is greater than the cost of the freaking chest right now. So if you can get in early, this divergence between value and cost, it's not going to be there long. The market's going to catch up to it. This is going to raise in price. I guarantee it. I'm also super bullish that in a year, once Celebrations is harder to find, right? Once those boxes stop showing up in your local Walmarts, like once Celebrations is baked a little bit longer, I do think those Celebrations booster packs are going to appreciate in value too. So I think these are 2 really awesome things that you can go ahead and buy and hold. I know I am. And add to the collection, and also under $50. Matter of fact, both of these are under $40. So I really like it when we can identify some products that are good buy and hold sealed products at a decent value, because a lot of times when you're looking at booster boxes, when you're looking at Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, even some regular Elite Trainer boxes and some of these ultra premium collections, there's a lot of money that you have to invest in that. So when I can find some sealed products under $40, I think those are awesome, and I love sharing it with the community, and I am excited to get these. The other thing, not for nothing, that Celebrations Collector Chest is really cool for kids. I got one for each of my kids to hold and one for each of my kids to open because come on, they're kids, you got to have both. So anyways, with that being said, listen guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're pumped up for all of the awesome videos that we have coming up. You know how much I love the grading card video. You know how much I love that top 10 video. And if you made it all the way to the end and you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. If you like what you saw, give us a thumbs up. Questions or comments, drop them down below. For my friends in the United States, have an awesome 4th of July. Please be safe, be smart, have a ton of fun, and I will catch up with you guys on Wednesday, okay? Have a great one. See ya.